gameplay. Who would have thought, ladies and gentlemen? After 5 takes, we finally get some Call of Duty action for you. If that's one thing we need to know about this series, it's more of not about the players and the teams in this game. It's the fact that we need to fix custom games so we can get games going. Yeah. Wow. Codcaster custom games. Let's get that fixed in 2026. Hopefully into the next COD. But in the meantime, it's Colorado Peak off to a 40-point start on P1. So have made a bang-out hill into a money hill to kick us off here. And I mean, Colorado Peak, of course, Shanks, FMJ, Dre, Gifted, and Chip. You go to Phoenix Elation, Brandon Hybrid, RS, Akan, and Lick Wild. What a gamer tag for sure. But hey, Peak already have the control again. However, a nade going to be able to break on in. Here comes the Elation. As soon as I say that, it's Colorado Peak right back on in. The player pushed up toward that island, watching that window, making sure nobody can push on through, and it's FMJ shooting like he has got the bullets in him himself. Does not matter if it's not going through the walls, or does not matter if there's no wall in front of him, because it's piercing the opponent. It's definitely piercing the camp of Phoenix Elation right now, down 75-6. Lord have mercy. Player as well, trying to push up toward Dojo, trying to flip those spawns. It doesn't matter because you have a 9 spree combined from the side of Colorado Peak and almost a 100-point start. And guess what? We're not even through P4. We're not even through P3. P3 just starting now. But hold on now, early rotation for Phoenix Elation. So some success on this hard point. You take out that player on the flank now. Some control here. You're holding this iron, making sure nobody's getting on through. They almost line up though. Almost gets a little bit dangerous. You're gonna be holding the iron. A player does cross. Has to take this player out 10. Slides his way on in. Is a con. Finds the shots. Gotta find this last player though. Chip comes on in. Chip chows it on out. Chip's still alive, but sorry, who is that player? That is RS taking him on out. So 6 and 5 start for RS right now on a 3 spree. The boys from Peak do opt to hit the rotation. You have some gunfights going down early. Could be a 3 dead potentially. Dojo spawns are being controlled from Phoenix Elation, but the time for the moment is being controlled by the Peak. Player on the outside. You have 2 players in. You have 3 players in. You have FMJ cleaning it all up. And now you got them spawning toward P2. And that's exactly what you're going to do. You're going to apply that pressure. You're going to cause the diversion. You're going to make them slow down. As Shanks almost picks up 3, but the cleanup is going to be there. The closest player to the hard point is going to be a con here. Go to the outside, able to pick up 1, waiting for the reinforcements to come on in. Lethal stacks everything. Throw them there because you have no trophies down. If you are the Peak, slides on in. Able to pick up 1. Will he be able to pick up 2? No, he does not. Liquid does win 1 on the meantime. Shanks going to hit the reload. Finds the final kill. And the final time will go to Colorado Peak. Into your second set of rotations, the Peak are up 100 points plus right now. And it's Shanks off to a 16 and 7 start. Almost picks up that next player as well, but it's FMJ right behind him at 11 and 6, stealing it from him. Ray gonna get aggressive. However, Brandon Hybrid finds a big 2-piece. That's 3 dead. Let's see if you reverse the script here and get some money time. Chip gonna be able to take him on out. Shank's gonna be able to win the 1 as well. However, you do have a player still on that mid hop up. Trades back and forth. No controlled time just yet. However, it's gonna be Elation hopping on in. Got gunfights everywhere. Peak gonna be able to get the better of him, though. A snap does come on in from Brandon, but in the meantime, you don't want to let Peak get too much time here, but you also don't want to give up the rotations, of course. You want to have these back spawns. You want to make sure they're spawning toward P4, where they have to come to the front side, or they have to come through couches. Make them take a route. But hey, that's what it looks like the plan is here. Good lineup if you do hit the shots. However, RS does get taken out. FMJ going to win the initial to come onto the P2. Finds another one as well. Spawns are still going to favor, though, Phoenix Elation. Knows he's going to be there. That's going to be a 3 dead. Going to push him on out, too. So the spawns will flip in the meantime, and you have spawning deep because he's blocking Island. He makes them spawn so deep they either have to take a route or they have to go through the middle of the map or they have to go right through him. And Akan does just that. But do they know another player's going to be sitting here in this corner just watching, putting one down, putting another one down as well. Shank's going to be able to find the third. The last one, again, has to take a full route to the backside. Yep, you find one, but 20 seconds for the scrap time, and it doesn't really matter because Pete are already almost over the 200-point mark here. It is the Shank show right now at 23 and 12. And there you go, 14 seconds of scrap time there. So 2 for 1 now. You have control of the rotations. You have control of the dojo spawns. They have to go through the middle of the map. They have to take a full flank, or they have to go straight through. Hybrid going to be the man up front trying to do just that. Shooting. Making him distracted as his man Liquid tries to take the flank there. Able to find one, though. Not going to push out Dojo, so maybe should have these spawns. They do now. So this would be some good time to get yourself back into the game, and of course to avoid that 100-point club if it were to ever get to that point. They're going to try to make his approach onto the hard point. They're able to find one. Instant trade comes on in. You have some players up toward Dojo. That's going to be Akan gets taken out, though. Liquid gets taken out as well. And now this is the push the Dojo. This is to get the P4 spawns, to get that P4 hill, and to potentially call game in this next hard point. It's Shanks with another triple kill. And look at that. They have full control of that P4. Don't have control of the spawns just yet. So Shanks and Chip do know there's going to be some trouble here on the backside. FMJ not going to be able to win that next. Not going to be able to win that initial. So 2 for 1. Deep Dojo spawns now. You do have a player spawn toward the middle of the map. The question is, Brandon Hybrid, do you make this read? No, you do not. And approaching fast. Here comes the peak. Good shots, but you don't finish the kill. You go for a route. Liquid's able to find one. Liquid trying to jump onto the point, but that might be it. 22 points only needed. Dre's able to find another double as well. Brandon responds with a double of his own. But you got to get in this hard point. You got to stop him from getting the time. The flank from RS does find you a big 2. 15 points only needed here. You can't win it on this hard point, but you do go back to the next one here. Look at this. FMJ has hit the flank. He has moved on through. Shots are in. There's one. There's 2. And you got them spawning towards couches. I don't know if they're going to have enough time to get on the point. The trophy system is going to benefit the Phoenix Elation. But that might be all she wrote. Contested time. You find the next few. However, Liquid cleans it up. As soon as I say they're about to win, they come on in every time. So Elation are staying strong. Gotta watch that flank, though, and just gives it up, but goes right back, gets the sense, gets the Spidey spin, and takes him on out toward Peak 2. However, that mid hop up, your last push from the Peak to end this game. You get the kills, and you're finding the hill, but you remember, you cannot rotate early. You cannot let this team get 1 second. You find a double, one with the nade, one with the gunny as well. You have the support there, too. And yep, the Peak are going to opt in to rotate. They know they need 1 point. Not invested on this hard point here. Chip, however, says, I want to end it here. However, not going to be able to find the tick, but the gunfight's coming on through now. Can you find one if you are Dre? No, it's RS for a triple. It's RS potentially for 4. The contest is there right on time. So this one not over just yet. Gunfight's still coming on through. Brandon going to be the closest man to the point. It's a little bit windy. 8 still fighting for this time. The reinforcements are there for the backside. And here we go. It's going to be some Call of Duty action here. Not going to be able to get on the time. Not going to be able to get there just quick enough. And there you go. Ending in dramatic fashion from 1 point being in a 100-point club to almost a crazy comeback. But Colorado Peak, they take your map 1, 250 to 172. And it's Shanks leading the way for the boys at Colorado Peak. Ending it with this triple kill in Dojo. Doing his best 1-2-3 impression. 3,500 damage. Minute 27 as well on the time. 14 objective kills. So Great work out of Colorado Peak, of course. But hey, Phoenix Elation were showing some life at the end of that game. You know, they were making a comeback happen. They started to make some magic there. Unfortunately, only 1 point needed, so the break they get, what they need to win, the Peak do fine. But hey, now we go to a map 2, of course. We take a look at our map set here. We've got, oh, guess what? We're actually staying on Den, so it's going to be a Den. All right. Oh, sorry. Okay, so my bad. So it's actually a Scar Search and Destroy. Scar Search and Destroy. So ignore that. It's an error on my part. I might have had some miscommunication from me. But hey, a Scar S&D now. So this will be interesting. We saw Scar Overload. We saw Scar Hardpoint in the last series. Scar S&D, of course, you know, the most favored side. Go ahead and say it. We know what it is. But no, I mean, lately I've been seeing more pushes toward that playing side where, you know, you've been utilizing your smokes to the window, or you've had 3 players come on through. And 3-on-1, no offense, I don't think you're really going to win that gunfight on plane. Of course, you're able to win that. You get the power position. You can look window. They have to back on up. Mid-cut really is your only presence. If you're able to take that person out, that bomb site's wide open. And no offense, 2v4 retake is almost damn near impossible unless you are the Gentlemates versus Optic in the grand finals of the Major 1. Of course, we saw that happen on that specific bomb site. But this is the Legacy Showdown. And to be real with you, Colorado Peak, I know I've seen these guys. I've casted these guys. They are a great S&D team, too, as well as an HP team. So, you know, I hope Phoenix Elation is prepared. I think Phoenix did start heating up at the end of the game, so that might help them in the search and destroy here. I could see them tying it up. You know, Scar is a map. It's just about strategy and finding first blood, especially on a map like Scar. First blood is your best friend. It is your best friend, because once you find it, there are so many ways to go. You can either rewrap, you can push a little bit forward, you can get some momentum, you can get some positioning, of course. You have to not only utilize that first blood with what you want to do, but also your lethals and tax. That's going to be very useful to find out, hey, are there going to be trophies on the site? Are they here? Are they not? Does anything connect? Smoke's going on the bomb plant, of course. You know, we see that in every search and destroy, but I feel like Scar, it does matter a lot more. So we'll have to see. But hey, we saw a sniper last game. We only got 1 kill with it, so hope to see it get pulled out in this game as well. See what the snipers are for each team. But hey, in the meantime, before we hop into this map 2, this Scar Search and Destroy, again, send you guys to a quick intermission. But we'll be back here in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, the Peak are up 1-0. Boys and girls, it is map 2 of the Legacy Showdown. Match 2 of the night. 3rd day of the week. But Lord have mercy, these boys are playing like it's Championship Sunday right now. Colorado Peak, take your round 1 and 4 up, 4 down type of fashion. As FMJ kicks us off here with a 3-kill round. Lord have mercy. They were the first 2. I mean, these were shots in the back. He just flanks. He goes right on through red stairs. Bang, you're dead. Looks on the other side of SWAT. Bang, you're dead. You're gone. Absolutely ripped. So S&D a team game, but FMJ says, let me do it on my own. Let me do my thing. But now here we go. Phoenix Elation on the offense here. I don't know how, chat, but a ladybug just crawled on my desk. That's a little weird, but in the meantime, hey, Phoenix Elation do find a first blood. What do I say? First blood leads to success. And hold on a minute now, as once a 4-up, 4-down round for Colorado Peak. Okay, you don't get the 4-up, 4-down, but you do get the round win. And hey, there you go, Phoenix Elation. You find the first blood that leads to a lot of success there. And now you're on the board. And what I like immediately, you get the first blood. Hey, throw the smoke on the bomb. Let's go ahead and get this thing down. Let's make them think a little bit faster. It's exactly what Peak does. But in the meantime, the angles you think they're not there, they are. In Phoenix Elation, look good in that bounce back round there. Just the start of the game, though. Just the start of the game. So, you know, Always can be a little too early to call, but here comes the peak back on the offense. Comes on through, might be able to connect. Nothing lands, though. Stun is going to land, though. He knows one player is going to be there, potentially two players going to be there. Akan just goes right on out, hits the chow. And there you go, first blood again for the Phoenix Elation. Extends a little bit too much, though, and Shanks is able to clean it up with a trade. So now we're back down to a 3v3. The timing on these players, oh my gosh, they go right by each other and have no idea. So, FMJ and Liquid going on flanks. Both players just got to turn around. It's crazy right now. However, you find the two. With RS in the 1v3. Puts the shots on it. Not going to finish it, though. And FMJ gets your final kill. Colorado Peak now up 2-1. Well, unfortunately that time you get first blood, but you don't benefit off that. And I mean, I like the play. You know, it kind of gets aggressive. He gets a little bit too aggro. Shanks is able to clean it on up. You have a player going on the flank. However, you have a little bit more sense to say, hey, maybe somebody got on through. They turn around. They kill the player blue. They kill the player on the bomb site. Your only player left is in market. Nowhere really else to go. Pinch comes on through, and that's your round. Shane's going to be the one to read it here, but exposes his body just a little bit too much now, and this is what I talk about where that B site can get wide open. You find the first blood. You want to move this thing up. Will you smoke the window is the question. You don't even smoke the bomb plant. So it goes down now, 45 seconds, 4v3. No trades on in. Chip going to be able to find the first, though. So the retake is coming on in from the peak. Oh my gosh, Dre. Gifted. And let me just tell you what you gifted him. Surprise, you got shit on. And you find the final one as well. What a retake from the peak. I mean, I think that round definitely changes there if you're able to pick up that kill red right there on the stairs. But, I mean, that's just a... Wow. I mean, that was a reaction, that's for sure. Holy hell. Wish we could see that one on the kill cam. Player that happened to, I bet you don't want it. Liquid gets taken out. 2 for your final kill. So Colorado Peak. They are now up 3-1. It's FMJ up to 6-1. Leading the way so far. No, it's only 4 rounds in, but hey, you never like seeing a brother with a donut. Brandon Hybrid, give me the breadstick. Will he be able to spot this player? Should know the nade comes on through. The shoulder comes on in, though. The nade throw comes on in, and you don't win the gunfight. And you get blooded on the flank. Going to be a tough task here if you are Akan and RS. RS does find a blood, though. Wallbangs do come on through. They are connected. Goes for the chow. Wow. Hits the shots, but it doesn't matter. Teammate gets pushed out. Gets pushed out motel, and, well, it's 4-1 now. All right, so Phoenix Elation now back on the offense. Trying to approach that A side. You do have a player top blue. Hold on a minute, though. The boomstick has been brought out, so we're going to keep the POV on. Hybrid able to find the first blood. Second blood comes on in for RS. The quick scope does not connect, does not land. Hold on, almost finds it, almost pulls the trigger. And now the bomb going down, and it's Chip in the 1v3. That's the first one, though. 2 players toward the bomb site, so the regen. Gonna put him back to 100. Has a sniper of his own, though. Hold on a minute. And this could get dangerous. He's checking every corner. See this player Potentially bottom gen. Doesn't find the timing, though, and Brandon Hybrid going to be able to take him on out. It's a great round out of Phoenix Elation as they do stay alive. You find the first 2 opening kills. Helps you in the number advantage. His teammate gave him the call out, too, that he was top wood. Puts him down. And there it goes. So 2 rounds only needed to tie this one up. Now here comes Colorado Peak back on the offense. You have a double flank coming on in, though, from Phoenix, and I like this. You're going to pinch this player. It doesn't matter if he gets the first blood because the immediate trade comes on in now. The flank is exposed. However, Liquid does get taken out on the side. So top green now. You've got to stay alive. You've got to do your thing. A nade trade does come on in. So 1v2 bomb is going to be down. Find this kill. This might be able to help you out. And now both players are on the chase. They are on the hunt. Akan, you need to run. You need to play your life. Maybe wait for a retake. Maybe wait for a plan. Gosh, wait a minute. They don't see him. He's just going to be able to run right on through. For free. Oh, hold on, though. They do see him on the cross. Yeah, he has been spotted. And so, once wrapping it to B, they say, hey, let's wrap it to A. No, actually went hunt for the kill, and he might have just hit the jukes. No, I think he has been spotted. Yes, he has. Yeah, bomb going to go down now. Make him think a little bit more. 45 seconds left on the clock. What are they going to do? They're just going to leave that bomb. It does come on through. Not going to be able to land anything, but has been spotted now. And both players collapse on this, and there you go. Successful 2v1 out of Colorado Peak, and you are now up 5-2. Well, the one thing, too, Colorado Peak and this S&D has just played off the trades very well. Let's see what FMJ's got out. Has the M15. I don't know if we got any more snipers out anymore, unfortunately. Phoenix Elation just going to opt to go right back to that B site. And it does work in their favor as they're able to find a first blood. Bang does try to come on through, but oh my lord, RS has the sniper out still. Can't believe I missed this. Pops right up top, and there you go. Liquid is gone. Sitting down with a 1v3. Or I should say 1v4 as it was before. This could be the ace for him if he does find it. Quick scope, but you do have the presence through the middle of the map. Crossfire does come on in. And now it's 3-5. You know what they say about that 3-5 curse? It's a real thing. Will Phoenix Elation be able to force the round 11 and tie the series up? I guess we'll have to find out. Some more Call of Duty action to be played. Remember, though, Colorado Peak win this round. They do go up 2-0 in the series. Comes on through. Oh no, that's not a good smoke. Oh no. So Peak, we're going for a little bit of a smoke on that bomb site. However, it has created so much of a diversion that they have been able to get to B, and they've been able to find the first 2 kills as well. So accidental turns into a better plan than plan A. You know what they say, that's why you have backup plans for a reason. Even if you screw up, that's what you have it for. The screw-ups and sometimes be better than the plans that you thought were going to be successful. But wow, there ain't no better way to describe that. I guess I'm going to have to take that strat and put it into ranked. But hey, Colorado Peak do clean it up. They win this one 6-3. Now we go to a Scar Overload. So staying on the same map, just a different game mode, of course. So we see the peak, we see them show out, and I mean, I even said it. I think they were a great search and destroy team. I had a feeling they were going to win that one. I mean, going into this Overload, it's the same map, different mode. Respawn already looked a little bit heavy slaying, favored for the side of Colorado Peak. Phoenix Elation did show some life. I think this Overload will be close. Of course, remember this is a different game mode, where sometimes you do see teams get upset. However, I say that, and then out of nowhere, the Legion started getting belt to ass, so I'm going to be careful with my words. I think this one will definitely be a little bit closer. I'm going to go Peak in this one. I'm going to go Colorado Peak. We'll say 6. No, that's too much. We'll go 5-2. 5-2 Peak. That's my prediction of the game. But this is a map Phoenix Elation do have some potential to win on. You got to get spawn traps, everything. You got to find a wave, like I said. If you're especially on the green side, that's where you need to benefit the most. You need to have your AR pushed up, getting a spawn trap, going into the corner. You need somebody running around green, influencing those spawns, helping your teammate also whenever they are weak off spawn. Crossfire makes them think for a while, helps your teammate get the EMP and load that thing up and get your team some points, of course. But it starts with waves, and also too, you got to remember, if you're on defense, you get capped on, you got to play counter cap immediately. You can't just be like, oh, I got to get them out of my base, I got to get these kills. At the same time, yes, you do, but also think about it. You're down 1-0. This isn't TDM. This isn't where you get kills. It increases your score. You got to get that EMP and put it in the zone. Eventually, yeah, they do catch up, but the big thing about Overload I've noticed this year, you've got to play counter caps. Counter caps are the biggest thing, and it's the biggest reasons why teams do stay close in games. You know, you can't let a team get back-to-back caps, especially when that starts happening. That's when it gets scary. So play the counter cap, do that. Might help your team have some success. But now we load into the map 3. Of course, you hear that audio. You hear the plane crashing into the blue house. You hear and see me yawning. Your boy was dashing today. Helped his grandma out as well. Don't give me any W's in the chat. I don't care. Your boy's unemployed right now. Trying to help his wife. Anyway. Okay, let's go ahead and get this right. And here we go. We are loaded in. It is map 3 here. And, oh, buddy, I have screwed up the logos. Oh, no. No, I didn't. Just kidding. Fixed it. Just had to put the eye off. No one found a cap just yet. No one really finding kills in the moment, but FMJ gets him one toward that plane side. Has 2 players to deal with and mark it. Just gonna put shots on it. Not gonna be able to get away though. Hold on a minute. This might be the way Phoenix Elation needs. You gotta push the base. You gotta hurry. You gotta utilize those lethals, those tacticals. But I like this route for 4. 4 is gonna be able to extend this route. Gonna go up top green. So should be able to take some players out in the backside here. Able to pick up 1. Will he be able to pick up 2? Yes, it's Brandon Hybrid. And that's 3 for 1 in the feed. Last player up towards that motel. But Shanks staying alive some way, somehow. Takes 2 of them before he falls. But it's a successful defensive hold from the peak. FMJ finding a kill through the middle of the map now. And hold on a minute. Elane has open. And he says, I might take this thing all the way to the house. But now he's got to wait for his teammates. You have slowed this down a little bit. You have let them get in the base. You have let them get some positioning. If I'm peak here, I'm not trying to push anything. I'm not trying to let them get a point on the board just yet. And they find a few rounds of kills. Clean up 1. Got a player up top green. That's going to be Shanks. this. Crazy timing, but you find the win. Liquid on a 5, gets taken out in the meantime. You gotta find that kill. Oh, hold on, that's big from RS though. And lets his teammate push that market. Now you find another one. You're staying alive. Somebody needs to take a route. Somebody needs to put the crossfire down. Shakes, almost gets turned, almost gets burned. RS finds another one. That's 2 dead in the feed. 3's gonna be able to win that as well. Liquid with the kill and the point and the double as well. 9 and 5 start, trying to make it 10 and 5, but FMJ able to shut that on down. It's a 1-0 start for Phoenix Elation. That's exactly what you needed in the first round. But here you go, counter caps is the biggest thing I talk about. Immediately after getting capped on, you want to go ahead and apply that pressure toward the base. You want to get this thing tied up as soon as possible, and I believe that is what the Colorado Peak are trying to do. FMJ pushes on through though, so slows down the push. Dre now gonna have to think here for a moment. Gonna have to wait for some reinforcements to come on in, but through the middle of the map they do come. So creating a diversion, nobody looking toward mid now. So hold on a minute, Shanks might have just got a lane for free as he finds a double. It's 3 dead in the feed. Last one up gonna be Liquid toward this backside, but it does not matter. The counter cap has come on in. It is a 1-1 ball game. That EMP now does spawn toward P2. And look at this, you have 8 sitting in the corner. Who else but the man Shanks? However, gets taken out in the meantime. Trying to sneak into the back of the base is going to be Dre. Oh, spots a player up top blue. 1, 2, through the middle of the map as well. And once down 0-1, up 2-1. Liquid does find 2. Akon gonna be able to clean that up as well with another. I've liked this aggression from Brent. He's just been getting top green. He's been trying to get aggressive. He's been trying to put the team out here. Gonna get caught out though. Is Chip gonna be able to find him? And he does. So RS with a big double. He's trying to grab this thing. He's trying to put this thing and go. Maybe thought he had open lane, but not going to be so. Those are great shots onto the plane. This Liquid's able to trade 1. 2 for 1. Peeks up, apply some pressure to the middle of the map. You do have a player on plane now. That is going to be Shanks connecting with a nade. Yes, puts him on down now. Trying to put another player down top blue. Puts the shots on in. It's a double. Will he be able to find the triple? You have FMJ coming through the backside. Cleans that up for the man Shanks. And now the spawn trap hell could come on in. Oh man, FMJ is in your face. Shanks is in your window. Well, let me tell you something, chat. Don't you open up that window, because here comes the Peak. And let me tell you, they have something to say. They have something they want to do. And the guns are speaking right now. The boys are speaking with their gameplay. They are up 3-1. But hold on a minute. Could be 3-2 potentially. Liquid trying to get aggressive, trying to push on through. Doesn't work in his favor. And now, here you go. You try to maybe send this thing to halftime. 4-1 lead. Gonna wrap back to mid. Has to play the live for the moment. Extra 30 seconds does get added to the clock, though. So you can only do so much. You can only throw so many shoulders, but the second you fall, the round is over. And sure, you do try to provide some fire with some cover as well from your teammates, but you get taken out, and that is halftime. But it's a great start from the Peak. Phoenix Elation do find some success, though. You were one time up 1-0. Counter caps, especially when you let them get 2 in a row. That's when it can be very dangerous, of course. This with Liquid with a little bit of a highlight play here. Picks up 1 through the middle of the map. Snaps on to FMJ. I believe that was the kills that set up the cap. So Phoenix Elation, you are definitely having, I mean, I would say from first map, you really didn't have any players in the positive KD department. Right now, you got Liquid at 17 and 12, so you're sitting pretty nice there. Hybrid, one of your players I would say that was actually shooting map 1 is slowing it down a little bit, though, 6 and 13. Colorado, they're trying to get aggressive here, but Akon gets way more aggressive. Hold on a minute now. 2 dead, 3 dead. Could be 4 dead, potentially. Dre does find a 2-piece. Will Dre be able to find 3 here? Stun comes on through. You land, you connect on both. So it's going to slow down the push for the meantime. Liquid going to get shut down with the EMP. Sitting right in front of Market, though. Akon in a good position. He finds another one. Was that player's going to be window? Player going to be right beside him. Almost hits the turn. Almost hits the burn, but not going to be enough. But hey, he says, let me do it with the gun, and let me do it with the car. 3 dead now. You have this EMP, you're watching the cross, and yep, Brandon now in a great position to help his team get a cap here, but top blue window is who you have to deal with. You have to also deal with a player on the zone. You almost get turned on. Trades are coming on through. It's everywhere in the feed so far. No one really controlling the kill feed. In that rally, in that set, in that attempt. Now it's a 3 dead, the peak. Trying to approach that green side. They find a player, mark it. And there you go, Chip getting aggressive towards the A alley. Knows a player's going to be there. Knows another one's going to be there. Almost snaps onto Hybrid. However, going to get the better of him, though, but it's not good enough. You have 2 players there, but a player slides on through, slides it into the end zone. Now 4-1. You have Shanks on the 5, but you got Liquid snapping as well, 26 and 17. But you got to get some points on the board. Those, at the end of the day, do assist in some way, but doesn't win your team the game solely, so you gotta do a little bit more here on the map as much as you are doing now. And you gotta ask it from your teammates, and here we go. Some hope is being found. However, you don't win the initial on the chip. You don't push on through because you have just the pistol. But hold on. Wait, whoa. That's a smoke. That was a smoke. That was a smoke. I don't think that was meant to come out. So. Now, still Phoenix Elation trying to work on this cap here. Hold on, they found some success, but there's a player top blue. It's just going to slow him down. It's going to be Dre. Goes for the wall bounce, goes for the kill. Able to find it, though. Hold on, you get some pressure getting pushed up here toward top blue. This could be your moment. This could be your time to get yourself back in the game. You find one. You don't find anything there. Hybrid's able to find a kill in the back of the base. But it's no good if you don't have the EMP in your hand. The map is going to be a con. Not going to be able to find that. They punch in another one. The score now 5-1. Finds another on the Shanks. So Hybrid starting to heat up a little bit. Hold on, though. Might get into the end zone, and they do. So 5-2 now. So this could be a potential comeback. 1 minute 3 left. Very unlikely, but it's never impossible. But you got to find a clean wipe. You got to get control of the CMP. But now it's in the favor of the peak. They're looking to put another one down. They're looking to put another one in. 2 for 1. RS is taken out as well. This player gets taken out. Top green's going to go big. Top green. It's Hybrid again. It's Brandon. Find the big 2-piece. You slide, you glide. Shanks finding 4 in the feed. They're looking to put another one in. They want to end this one on a dominant note. Liquid able to pick up that kill. Will he pick up the other one? No, he does not. 6-2. You assholes. You screwed up my score prediction. It's fine. It's close enough, I guess. It's, oh my god, it's Dre finishing with a double. Chip finishing with a triple. And the capture as well. It's Colorado Peak winning the map in 6-2 fashion, but also taking your series in 3-0 fashion. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And hell, guess what? Just for the kill cam as well, here is the 4th. The shot going right into the hips. And look at this. 25 non-traded for Shanks. 36 and 24, 4,100 damage. I'm going to have to say, he's probably your map MVP. Your match MVP. The guy was just very consistent in the series from hardpoint to S&D to the overload, just absolute dominance from him. So for sure, going to have to give that one to Shanks. Did his thing for sure. Oh, boy. It's been a long day. Been a long day, chat. Apologize for the yawn. Don't know if we're going to have an interview or not, so just waiting on the confirmation for that. But of course, I talk about my caster curse. I talk about, oh, I've been getting good series lately. Nope. Man, every time I bring it up, it never goes away, man. It never goes away. Why won't it go away? Why? Unreal. Unbelievable. But no, it's a great series out of Colorado, of course. They just play very good COD. They're very consistent as a team, you know. One player, of course, does have 4,100 damage, is leading in the kills, but everybody's consistent. You know, you see almost a positive KD for everybody on the board. Fortunately, Phoenix, you know, they did a great job. They did their thing, but it just was too much to handle. Colorado is a top seed. I mean, they're a top team, definitely for sure in the Legacy Showdown. You know, this is just a talented squad, so. Man, what a night. What a night, chat. What a night. But that's going to be it, of course. That was our last match of the night for Legacy 2. Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing much to say. I mean, it's 2 3-0s. I mean, belt to ass. Yeah, for sure, DoorDash. But yeah. In the meantime, I just want to thank you guys for watching, the viewers, the spectators, of course, watching at home, of course, to the players out here that I got to cast tonight, and just the players overall in this league. We don't have you in this league. Obviously, I can't do this. Production can't do this. None of this can happen without y'all. Shout out to the owner. Shout out to the management. Shout out to the production team, of course. Shout out to everybody, of course, a part of LSL. You know, we hope to continue make this thing grow, make it even bigger than it is every single freaking day. But tomorrow for Thursday, our matches are going to be the Atlanta Guard versus Chicago Unity. We have the Las Vegas Dream versus the Ohio Scarlet. So, going to be some good ones tomorrow. You know, hopefully we go to a map 4 in one of those series. Hopefully. Would love to see more Call of Duty action, of course. And I'm sure you guys would as well. Some Game 5 action would be lit, too. But, in the meantime, GG's to all the teams that play tonight. Of course, JLY. But you guys will have a different caster tomorrow. Will not be here, unfortunately. But, hey. It's been your boy Charlie Tantrums Brandon. And I'll be back here soon with some more Call of Duty action for you. But in the meantime, you guys have a great night.